HD1 Columbus.
Good morning, I'm Dylan Gonzalez. The Cleveland Browns, coming off the bye week, traveled to East Rutherford to play the New York Jets. The Browns gave up a pair of return touchdowns in a span of 36 seconds in the first quarter and would eventually lose 27-20. The Browns will be back in Cleveland for their next game versus the Baltimore Ravens. The Ohio State Buckeyes took care of business in West Lafayette with a 34-10 victory versus Purdue on Saturday. Julian Sain led the way with 303 yards and a touchdown, and Jeremiah Smith had 10 catches for 137 yards and a touchdown reception in the win. Up next for the Buckeyes is a night game at the Shoe versus UCLA. This update was sponsored by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Awaken 180 wants to thank Columbus by offering $500 off every new program now through Thanksgiving. Visit awaken180weightloss.com.
One of these men was prom king. It was T-Bone. I swear to God, you think I'm lying, don't you? But I'm serious. He didn't always look like this, okay? Here's the prom king and Tyvis.
Tweet the program at Bone and Tyvis 971. Good morning to you. Good luck getting in today. Hopefully, the roads should be getting better as the morning progresses, but perhaps depending where you are, it could be a little dicey. So just give yourself some extra time. Just now get in the car. What do they say on 10 TV? I've always heard them say this. Pack that patience. I think that's what Brian Albizu likes to say. Pack that patience with you today. Going to need it.
You definitely
bring that with you.
I've implemented that into my parenting, and I've told her that.
Oh, yeah?
I'll be telling my kid to pack the patience. I think that's a great saying.
It is. It's a good saying. But you need it today, in part because the weather could be bad for the roads, but also because the implication that the weather is bad could then lead to people being dumb, and then you have to deal with that. So both things can be true. Like when we came in, I left my house today before 4 a.m., so the roads up in Union County were not exactly pristine, but hopefully they're getting better as we go. Once I got on 270, it was fine. But just know it could get a little dicey depending if you're in those outlying areas, especially as the weather keeps moving through. Keep it locked here. We'll have traffic and weather updates, and of course, 10 TV as well. We'll help you with those if you need them for school closings too. They've got all that.
They fixed the YouTube stream.
Oh, good.
And the one they called you the Timu Andy Reid.
Oh, is that good? I'm glad. Yeah, apparently I'm not even on the right stream anymore, so that's good. Yeah, I'm just looking at because it's changed like 4 or 5 times today. We've had a bunch of stream issues, but now it's back and it's fixed and it's working. So if you were on the stream earlier, you want to get back in, go right ahead, check it out. We will be talking with Joshua Perry coming up at 8:30. We will talk some football with him, some college football. If you missed anything in the first hour of the show, you can also get the podcast wherever you get podcasts. So last night in the NFL, Aaron Rodgers, dud. Steelers destroyed by the Chargers. What was it, 25-10, I believe was the final score?
Yes.
Aaron Rodgers threw 2 picks in this game, had 1 touchdown. Mike Tomlin, after the game, was asked, what did you think of Aaron Rodgers' performance? One of the worst in the last 5 years that he's had in the NFL. And he said, quote, how would you rate it? Next. And that was it. So wasn't thrilled with that. Aaron Rodgers said it's not his best performance. I have to play better, whatever. So,
yeah, he 16 for 31, 161, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions, 3 sacks. Woo.
bad.
That looked like the Jets Aaron Rodgers right there.
Yeah. Actually, though, I'm sure the Jets now, they won yesterday because the Browns are stupid. But Justin Fields, what did we say his numbers were in that game? It was something.
Yeah, 6 for 11.
54 yards.
Yeah.
1 touchdown, 1 pick.
Yeah.
They scored 2 touchdowns via special teams to the Jets, and they won by a touchdown. So, once again, the Bengals defense let them down at the end of that, or the Browns defense let them down at the end of that game, but they let up 13 points, and you can't win this game.
2 wins.
The Browns defense.
The Browns defense gave up 2 wins this season.
Well, and again, I just feel bad giving that all to the Browns defense because if your offense was anything, this wouldn't be a problem. If your special teams in this case wasn't completely inept, you probably still win this football game.
Oh.
Whatever. It's a stupid game and a stupid team.
Stop thinking about them. That's your problem.
I know.
You're bringing your mood down when you think about it. Let's think about something positive.
Okay.
Travion Henderson has arrived.
He was great.
Did you see him get that two? I mean, he had 14 carries for 147 yards and 2 touchdowns, but his 2 touchdowns, it was like Tyreek Hill. He should have just threw the deuces. He was gone.
Well, he almost did. We saw that obviously at Ohio State. We saw that burst in the national championship game, right, against Notre Dame. That was pretty great. But
Here's the thing that I found interesting about that particular one of his touchdown runs, the last one he had, because they were up by a touchdown, I want to say, or up by like 8 or something with like a minute and a half to go. And he busts one and he's running in. Everyone from Tampa Bay is chasing him. He looks back to the sideline and checks with Vrabel, like, score or go down? And he's like trying to, he's still being chased by NFL players running at full speed. And he's so far ahead, he's able to look back at Vrabel and go, what do you want me to do? Oh, go in? Okay. And he scored the touchdown instead of going down, which is great for him. But, like, what a game by him. And obviously that means now and
you know what the crazy part
Patriots are 8-2, just for what it's worth.
I almost cut
That's amazing.
I almost cut him.
What do you mean you almost cut?
On my fantasy. I almost cut. Because I was like, he in the doghouse. He ain't going to get out the doghouse. But you know what I did? I held the line. I held that line, and I started him. So when I went to see he had 30-something points in fantasy, I said, yeah, I might come back and win this thing.
2 takeaways I had from this game. 1, the first person I ever put on the CWB watch list for you before the season started, Drake May. He's looking like he's on his way to being a CWB by season's end.
You don't get to make that determination. Only Tyvis gets. You can nominate.
He's on the watch list. He's not on the list. He's on the watch list.
Tyvis, can I play a little of the song for him?
Give him a little snippet.
All right, that's it. Doesn't get the whole thing. He's
2,
not there yet.
I told you. Baker Mayfield was going to play 3 good teams in a row, and he was going to lose 3 in a row. So far, he's got 1 down.
They are starting to come back to earth a little bit. In Tampa,
they don't beat good teams. They beat bad teams and they lose to good teams. They're just very typical. He's lucky they play in the NFC South.
All I know is it was this guy that said back in the offseason, that the Browns should draft a kid by the name of Tez Johnson. I know everybody was concerned about his weight, and he weighed in as the lightest receiver or the lightest player to ever go to the NFL, and it scared everybody. 4 catches, 42 yards, 2 touchdowns.
The 4 catches and 42 yards is pedestrian, but the 2 touchdowns is good.
Wouldn't you take that on the Browns offense right now?
What did he weigh? Do you know what he weighed at the combine?
Like 150 or 148 or something.
Why would you want him when you have Isaiah Bond, Tyvis?
Oh, yeah. That's great. Yeah. By the way,
you sick. You're sick.
Can we stick in the AFC East for a second? Because Patriots are 8-2. Bills are now 6-3 when they out of nowhere lose this game to the Dolphins, which I didn't have that on my bingo card. 30-13.
That had Twitter saying that the NFL was scripted and fixed for gambling all over again.
Why would that? I don't understand why that would be scripted.
Because the Bills had like 97% of the money on sports books on them, so people said that they made the call. Can't have the Bills win.
Yeah, but you know what? That again, that could be right. Sports. We just did a story about how sports gambling's everywhere. Obviously, that Emmanuel Class A story continues to get traction. But
stop calling it Luis Ortiz is first.
Either one, both of them.
No, because you just keep saying Class A like Ortiz did.
One of them
Ortiz got popped first.
Class A has like 20 text messages where he's like, yeah, which pitch you want me to throw?
That's fine.
He does the Ed Orgeron with the bettors. He's like, what pitch you want me to throw? When you want me to throw it? Like, that's a Class A.
I'm
Class
sick.
A scandal.
No,
sure.
It's the Ortiz. Class A probably would have gotten away with it if it wasn't for Ortiz.
Right. Oh, because Ortiz, I'm quite sure, was like, what do you need to know?
If you ever seen the movie American Gangster and seen Denzel at the end of that movie, what he did, that's Ortiz. That's how it comes off to me.
Yeah.
He got caught and he said, what you need? I'll give you everybody.
It's probably true.
I'm just saying, give me a lighter sentence.
Maybe it's not gambling. Maybe it's not that the entire Bills organization decided to throw this game. Maybe it's the fact that the Bills organization, much like the rest of NFL fandom, thought, oh, yeah, it's the Dolphins. This will be easy. And then they all placed their wagers. Not the players. I'm saying the fans did. Maybe the Bills went into this one saying, yeah, it's the Dolphins. We just need to go out there and do what we do and we'll be fine. And they weren't ready for this game. That is a distinct possibility in the NFL that you can get gotten by anybody at any time. That's why we like the league.
For our listeners out there that agree that the NFL made, or that the books made the call to the NFL, I just have to say to you that public betting, the information is accessible, and you could just fade the public just like I did.
Oh, did you fade
Dolphins
the public?
plus the points?
Look at you.
Easy money.
Look at you. By the way, the Colts beat the Falcons 31-25 in Berlin. Jonathan Taylor touchdown, 244 yards and 3 TDs. Seems good. seems very good. And again, I don't know if that Falcons team is any good, but the Colts keep winning the games they should win. So at some point, their record is their record. As much as I am not sure I believe that will be the case when they play very good teams, they keep winning the games they should, and they keep beating the Falcons. They beat the Falcons yesterday. A little bit of a close game there at the end, but they found a way to get it done. Also, the Bears beat the Giants 24-20. Jackson Dart left this game with I believe, a concussion, right? He got slammed to the turf, but Caleb Williams had a touchdown there at the end of that game. Big time play for him.
Who's coaching him up?
Bears are 6-3. I don't know. That guy's dead to me. Quarterback's coach of the Bears? I can't remember his name. It's on the tip of my tongue. I can't remember.
You remember Joe Thomas Barrett before?
I mean, if he remembered to call me, I'd remember his name.
This break is almost over, and I'm surprised you haven't brought up J.J. McCarthy.
Why would I bring him up? What did he do yesterday?
Nothing.
Other than look like J.J. McCarthy, as I expected. He threw like 2 passes in the first quarter. People were like, oh, dot, dime, J.J., 9, yeah. Then what'd he do? Nothing, because he's trash. Anyway, yeah, the Vikings lost to the Ravens. You know, that Ravens secondary, it's been so good all year. Although, here's a fun stat about the Ravens. The Vikings had 8 false starts in this game, which I don't know what that says about anything, but I'm going to blame J.J. McCarthy for it. But the Ravens D has only given up 1 touchdown in the last 3 games. That seems significant, right? That they've turned a corner a little bit on that defense, I would say.
You know why?
Why?
Because they got healthy.
Yeah, that helps.
Nope, it's because they got rid of the ping pong tables. don't get it twisted, too.
With that.
That's true. They got rid of all that.
They're now, after their terrible start, 1 game behind the Steelers for the division.
Well, that's because this division is wide open. If you had a team that
Browns 3 games out. It's only 3 games.
You understand that if the Browns...
Can we look at the schedule?
No. By the way, if you do want to look at the Ravens schedule, the Ravens play the Browns next week. I think they get the Bengals twice in the next 5 weeks. They get the Steelers, and then the one non-AFC North team they play is the Jets. So, the Ravens schedule is opening right up for them to be the leaders of this division when it's all said and done. And I think that's why Vegas never really moved off of them as being the favorites in this division, because everyone said if they get healthy and you look at their schedule, yeah, they should be back to their winning ways sooner than later, and it appears they are.
I think the Browns are going to win 3 more games this season.
I'm just saying, if the Browns or the Bengals, if the Browns had a competent offense or the Bengals had a competent defense, they could be possibly running away with this division. But ifs and nuts and all that stuff, you got yeah.
Browns have Ravens, Raiders, Niners, Titans. Just saying, Tyvis.
What does that matter? What does that matter?
They pull off the upset.
They have nothing.
They pull off the upset this Sunday. You got a bunch of bad teams after that.
Stop.
What do you think about that, Tyvis?
We got to go. I got to talk.
The Niners ain't a bad team, but the rest of them.
Stop.
Got the
Bob
Bills.
McCalligan, the voice of the Blue Jackets, will join us next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning and welcome to your Monday. Noticing a lot of crashes out there, folks, so take it easy and take your time. We are noticing a new crash for folks in our southeast corner this morning. Expect some lane closures on 270 in that northbound direction as you're passing Alum Creek Drive. For folks in our south side, yeah, pretty busy out there. The left lane is currently blocked on 71. That's southbound direction as you're passing 270, that intersection because of an incident, but another one just on the opposite side. The right lane currently blocked on 71 in that northbound direction. Again, just passing 270, that intersection because of another crash out there. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by Victor's Home Solutions. Schedule your free 21-point roof and window inspection today at victors.com.
Another summer has ended, and you may have noticed that your energy is lower, your workouts aren't as productive. Perhaps you aren't sleeping as well and feel foggy all the time. Maybe even your sex drive is off. This is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health, and if you're experiencing some or all of these symptoms, it's likely you have low testosterone. And if that's what's going on with you, don't wait. You need to call us at Tri-State Men's Health and get treated for your low T. Because living with low testosterone is no way to live. With our low T treatments, if you're like most guys, your life will change considerably. Improved sleep, better energy, greater gains in the gym, better mental clarity, and your sex drive will likely improve as well. Plus, most men see these results in just a few weeks. So call us. Your initial visit is just $99 and includes PSA and T-test and a medical consult. And if you start on testosterone the day of your appointment, your visit is free. Call 800-900-9654 or go to tristatemenshealth.com. We have 6 offices in the tri-state area to serve you.
Feeling stuck on your own 10-yard line in the career game? Maybe it's time to just go for IT. My Computer Career has the game plan to score a rewarding new IT career in months. Whether you're a rookie, a breakout career changer, or a military veteran ready to serve. Why spend years chasing a college degree when you can fast-track your future in IT starting now? Take your mark, get set, go for IT. Take the free career evaluation at mycomputercareer.edu today. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
Call the folks at Buckeye, night or day.
My toilet's clogged, backed up too. The sink is running slow. Water's backed up everywhere. Oh, please don't overflow.
Clogged drain, no problem. It's 93 or free. I'll clear any drain. You don't pay with a 1-year guarantee.
It's 93 or free. Guaranteed.
Call 614-683-9911. Call the folks at Buckeye, night or day.
Another reason to choose Hinderer Motor Company for your next vehicle. This is Justin Hinderer. Every vehicle comes with a lifetime powertrain warranty, award-winning service, and our exclusive Carvenience. We pick up your vehicle, service it, and return it so you save time and enjoy peace of mind. That's Carvenience. At Hinderer Motor Company, we take care of everything so you can drive worry-free. See why we're the best choice for your next new or used car by visiting HindererMotorCompany.com.
It's Black Friday all month long with low lease payments on every model starting at $99 a month for a 2026 Elantra. Plus get owner assurance and America's best warranty. A 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain coverage. At Great Lakes Hyundai, these savings are so good. Columbus or Dublin or glakeshyundai.com. With approved credit, $39.95 down plus access fees, first one payment, and K miles per year ends 12/1.
Fraud in government is a crime, and it robs taxpayer dollars. I'm Ohio Auditor of State Keith Faber, and my job is to catch people that lie, cheat, and steal, report suspicious behavior, and help stop fraud. Learn the red flags, speak up, and protect your tax dollars by calling 1-866-FRAUD-OH.
At the Ohio Lottery, we make Keno fun, your way. That means every few minutes across Ohio, 20 out of 80 possible numbers are randomly picked, and if some of the numbers you pick match, voila, you're a winner. Keno doesn't require you to know a single thing about sports ball or overs, unders, pluses, minuses, or lines, or whatever else. Keno is as simple as, did some of my numbers match? They did? Great. You just raked in some dough. There are more than 20 hours of Keno draws every day and thousands of places to play statewide. Lottery players are subject to Ohio laws and commission regulations. Play responsibly.
The ONN Daily Podcast. Get a recap of all the day's news from across the state. The ONN Daily Podcast. Listen at ONNradio.com or wherever you download your favorite podcasts from the Ohio News Network. Jake Diebler's Buckeyes are back at the shot for a matchup with App State. And yes, they still beat Michigan.
Live fan coverage starts Tuesday night at 5:30, right after Common Man and Timmy.
Your home for the Buckeyes, the Fan. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Light to moderate snow showers this morning and gusty winds making it feel pretty bone chilling, and that continues for us into the day today, with the snow chances eventually tapering off as we head into late afternoon and into the evening. Daytime highs topping out in the 30s, but with gusty winds, our feels like only in the 20s. And then for tonight, overnight lows in the 20s with feels like in the teens with breezy winds and a small chance of snow showers. Otherwise, skies will be mostly cloudy. For the Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with the 10 Weather Impact Forecast.
The best thing about watching football this weekend, talking football on Reaction Monday.
Sponsored by the Roofing Guys.
The Fan. T-Bone and Tyvis present Talking Jackets. Talking Jackets.
There's a score! A turnover by the Islanders and Adam Fantilli. One more time. Puts it in the net.
You would look inside the world of the Columbus Blue Jackets.
Sponsored by Care Heating and Cooling. Call 1-800-COOLING. When you need a company you can trust.
Jackets on the road in Edmonton tonight to take on the Oilers as they get ready for, hopefully, something to turn this thing around. They're on a 3-game skid right now. They lose in Vancouver on Saturday night. Bob McElligott, voice of your Columbus Blue Jackets, joining us now on the Bryan Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. Bob, another tough one out there out west. They felt like, though, in this Vancouver game, they had something going and they just couldn't close it out.
Yeah, exactly. That one was there for the taking, and just couldn't get enough. I mean, and it's just a bunch of different things right now. To be honest with you, T-Bone, it's not one guy. You don't just look at the goalie and say, well, if he makes one more stop, or they're just breaking down at the wrong time, and when they do, their mistakes are costly right now. So, in tight games, they're just making a couple of bad decisions. Those bad decisions are costing them.
Bob, when you look at this team, obviously you got Kirill Marchenko, and he's playing really well, but do you feel like they need another scorer? They just need another guy that can step up and also put the puck in the net?
Well, yeah. I mean, you can't do it with just one guy, and his line mate, Dmitry Voronkov, has done a good job too, but there are too many guys that, it's getting to the point of the season. Slow starts is one thing, but it's getting to the point now where you look around and you go, hey, where are you to some of these guys, right? I thought Adam Fantilli played a lot better on Saturday playing with Kirill Marchenko and Dmitry Voronkov. I think if they keep that group together, that's going to be good for him. Sean Monahan's got only one goal. I mean, that's a guy that stepped up in a big way last year, hasn't done it yet to this point this season. I can go down the list. Kent Johnson's not having the year that he had. And, going into this whole thing, to be honest with you, there were guys that last year had career years. And you can't expect, you hope that they're going to duplicate it, but you can't really expect it flat out. But, with young players, you're thinking, okay, that's a career year this year. Now next year is going to be another career year because you're going to keep on getting better. But it hasn't worked out so far that way. But yes, Tyvis, there's more guys, plenty of guys that need to step up right now in the scoring department.
Bob McElligott joining us on the Bryan Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. You mentioned that addition of Adam Fantilli to the Voronkov-Marchenko line, which that seemed to spark something for him too. And I think, at what point do you think Dean Evison has to balance in that coaching staff? Right, we want to bring a second line or a third line along. We want to give those guys opportunities to play with someone as good as Adam Fantilli. But at some point, he is your center of the future, of the now. He is the guy that you have so much invested in. At what point do you just say, we got to do what's best for him and get him going and make sure that whatever else happens behind him, this is the first priority?
Well, they're never going to say we've got to do what's best for him like that, because it's going to be what's best for the team. But I think in this case, what's best for the team is what's best for him. Right. Look, Sean Monahan played with those two guys last year, and they were terrific. And this year, two of the three have been terrific. And that's just a fact. And Adam Fantilli, you're right. He does need to get his own game going. And when you have an obvious spot on that top line with those guys that you can put him into and try to do both things, win games and get him going, which is going to help you win more games, then I think you do it. And I think that's where they are right now. I would be shocked going into tonight's game, and I don't know what the lines are for tonight because we didn't get in here until 3 o'clock in the morning on Sunday. They didn't practice yesterday, so we'll find out this morning. But I would be shocked if those three weren't together again today.
When you talk about them playing tonight, the Oilers got absolutely boat race by that Colorado Avalanche, 9-1. Is that the worst thing that could happen for the Blue Jackets for tonight?
Yes. You mean to have a team that's been to the Stanley Cup final back-to-back years and lost, get to use your term, boat race right before they're playing you, and you've lost 3 in a row, and you need a win? Because they did practice yesterday, and they blew up a lot of stuff, and they're making a lot of changes to their lineup, and that's going to be that's a wake-up call there. Because when you have a team like that has been so good the last couple of years, they just kind of go on, and when they have a bump in the road, they don't make drastic changes. Well, they made drastic changes yesterday, and they're going to put those into place tonight. So it's a wake-up call from their coach. Although I had somebody from Edmonton tell me that that's not a one-off because, getting beat like that is what draws the attention. But they really haven't been playing to the same level that they were the last couple of years, that this has really been since Game 3 that this has been setting up, and then it just finally happened to them.
Well, that was what I was kind of wondering is this Edmonton team, as much as, they play the Jackets twice in 3 games, so or at least for the Jackets, those are their 2 of their next 3 games are against this Edmonton team, once tonight in Edmonton, then once at home on Thursday night. So I guess the question there is, Jackets are obviously trying to push themselves into a level where they get to be a competitive playoff team, where every year they're in that fight. You can't be afraid of games like this, right? Even if it is a pissed-off Edmonton team, even if it is a team that thinks they should be playing a lot better, you may get their best game tonight, but that doesn't matter, right? Because the Jackets, they want to put themselves in those spots. They have to learn how to be in these games and win these games, right?
Well, yeah, and you're not going to be in that spot when you've lost 3 in a row if you're going to drop 4 in a row. I mean, look, when we were talking, last week they had just lost to the Islanders, but prior to that, they won 4 in a row. So if you lose tonight, that negates that. And then you're on the verge of you got to go to Seattle, and that's not going to be easy because that's happening tomorrow.
Yeah.
And then, as you said, you come back and got to play Edmonton on Thursday. The schedule sucks for it, but no, you can't be afraid of the game. You can't be afraid of the schedule. You've lost 3 in a row. It's on you. Doesn't matter who you're playing. You can be playing anybody. As my grandfather used to say, you can be playing the Little Sisters of the Poor tonight. It doesn't matter, because it's about you and figuring out how you're going to get yourself right. And so, yeah, they can't be afraid of anything.
There you go. Jackets, Edmonton tonight, 8:30, puck drop. Coverage starts at 8 right here on The Fan. Bob McElligott, we appreciate the time. Look forward to hearing you on the call tonight, all right?
All right, guys, thanks.
There you go. Thanks for getting up early. Get some rest in between now and then. I know it's a long day for you. But Bob McElligott joining us on the Bryan Heating and Cooling Systems Fan Guest Hotline. Ryan Day had an interesting comment after that Purdue route. We will tell you about it in 2 minutes. T-Bone and Tyvis on The Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Still noticing a lot of crashes throughout the metro this morning in a couple different spots. Starting over on the west side, the shoulders are currently blocked on 70 in that westbound direction as you're passing 142 by West Jefferson because of a crash out there. We also have something closer to Hillier. The right lane is blocked on 270. That southbound direction just beyond Tuttle Crossing Boulevard. First responders still on scene. We also have this new one coming into our system not too long ago. Expect some lane closures on 23, that northbound direction at 270 westbound because of a crash over by Worthington this morning. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
At Great Lakes Hyundai, the savings are so good.
It's Black Friday all month long with low lease payments on every model, starting at $99 a month for a 2026 Elantra. Plus, get owner assurance and America's best warranty. A 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain coverage. At Great Lakes Hyundai, these savings are so good. Columbus or Dublin or glexhyundai.com. With approved credit, $39.95 down plus access fees, first month payment, and 10 miles per year, ends 12/1.
Hey, you know that chronic pain in your knees, hip, back, shoulders, whatever joint it might be, it can make life feel impossible. But at QC Kinetics, there's a breakthrough treatment that's giving patients relief, some cases even within 1 day. It's called stem wave therapy. This device has been used for over 20 years in Europe, and it's made its way to the United States. And there's a groundswell of demand for the treatments because the patients are getting real relief from acute pain, and they're spreading the word. Here is the most interesting detail. The device is both a diagnostic and therapeutic, helping Dr. Ray Tesner and the medical team at QC Kinetics find the problem and then trigger your body's own natural healing response. StemWave uses the same technology as lithotripsy, the sound waves that penetrate, spark blood flow, and more cellular activity. That's exactly what you need to promote healing and relief. Wondering if this is a good solution for you or your pain? QC Kinetics is making it easy. Your first treatment is only $49. So call for a consultation and ask about the $49 treatment right here at 380-208-4544.
T-Bone and Tyvis is presented by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Sign up today at awaken180weightloss.com.
Tyvis Powell helped the Buckeyes win a national championship. T-Bone watched Tyvis Powell help the Buckeyes win a national championship. Equally important, you're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
1 hour from now, we'll talk to our guy Joshua Perry, former Buckeye, NBC sports analyst, all things college football. We'll discuss with him in 1 hour. Of course, the Buckeyes got it done against Purdue 34-10. No surprises there. Julian Sayin went for 300 yards and a touchdown. Not, I wouldn't say probably his best outing ever, but even his not greatest outing ever, still pretty epic and still pretty great. Buckeyes, there's a term, I forget which college football podcast talks about this. It might be the Solid Verbal. I want to give the appropriate people credit. But they have a term about like college football teams that just kind of slow cook you. And that's what it feels like Ohio State does right now.
Slow cook you.
They call it crock potting, where it's like,
I like that. It's crock pot season.
Well, it is, of course. It makes me feel all warm inside.
I need to tell the lieutenant we need to throw something in the crock pot. Go ahead.
It's either the solid verbal or every day should be Saturday. Or the I forget what their podcast. Oh, Shutdown Fullback. One of those podcasts. They talk about that, but it's a great concept, and that's what it feels like Ohio State does right now on offense, right? Where it's just like, yeah, it's not necessarily going to be the flashiest thing. It's not going to be the thing where you're like, oh my gosh. But again, they scored 24 points in the second quarter, so it kind of has that vibe at the end of it. But they just go and do what they do. They run their offense. No, it's not the most plays you're ever going to see. At the end of the day, you look up and you go, wow, they beat Purdue 34-10, and it really wasn't a contest, right? That 10 is misleading because that was like at the end when all the backups were in. It really was just a dominating day by Ohio State yet again. So that was good. However, Ryan Day had some comments after this game where he didn't call out a player by name necessarily, but he was asked about the right guard position, which that has been largely Tegra Shabola in that spot. Ryan Day said, quote, "It's kind of one of those things. We're going to continue to look at it. I agree with you because I watched it and saw it. But there were some other things that were good, meaning the rest of it was bad. But we need to grade out a champion here. That's for everybody. That's what the expectation is. We're going to make sure in the end we got the best guys on the field." He was also asked about Josh Padilla's injury, where he said, "We don't think it'll be long-term. We're hoping to get him back next week. We'll continue to look at it next week. But if he's not back next week, he should be back in 2 weeks." So offensive line, there are some concerns, and they are hoping to get some people healthier very soon.
When you see everybody else playing really well and you're not, it is very frustrating and telling. He should be on pins and needles is what I'm going to say. If a coach says that statement, you better be on pins and needles. And speaking of, like, just thinking about last year, how they were able to rotate so many guys on that offensive line, it's not that hard. They've shown that they can find a way to get through it. So Tegra, it's time. Like, the thing is, you have Purdue, UCLA, Rutgers. Like those 3 games, you should find a way to be able to be very effective in your ability to block people. I think that, heck, if I remember correctly, I think UCLA got one of the worst run defenses in the conference. I want to say they might be ranked towards the bottom. So if that's the case, you better lock in this week.
Well, yeah. I mean, ultimately what I think...
Yeah, they ranked 17 out of 18 in the Big Ten. So we're going to run the ball a lot.
Yeah. I mean, the reality is if you are getting questions about your specific position group, Ryan Day isn't probably going to go out there and say, I got to tell you, this guy sucks. That's not what he's going to do. But what he said there after the game, where he basically said, yeah, you have to grade out a champion there. We're not doing that right now. I see the same things you're seeing. That is about as close as you're going to get as Ryan Day or a big-time college football coach these days calling out a player, right? Or more or less saying the production at that position, whoever's in there, has not been good, but I think we can all look and see who has been there.
Ryan Day is very he's been an authentic guy when it comes to calling things out and saying how he feels. I mean, heck, with the Jim Knowles thing, he finished his comment. He said all the right things and finished it by saying, "But we are all human."
Yeah, when he was asked about if he was taking it personal with Jim Knowles, he's like, he tried to do that stuff, but we're all human.
So he gonna say the right things, but he always gonna give you the nugget to let you know, like, what it really is. And I can appreciate that from a fan's perspective.
Yeah. I also think it's interesting because part of this game that we didn't talk about, we talked about this game a little bit earlier in the show, but we didn't get to this. Carnell Tate just did not play.
Correct.
And at first, I'm not going to lie, when I saw that, my initial instinct was, because they weren't even bringing it up on the Big Ten broadcast.
Everybody pointed that out.
Yeah, everyone on Twitter caught it, and I mean, even on the Ohio State, I
seen often announcement, like, made a whole article about how they missed it to the Bo Bishops tweeted about it.
Well, if you were listening to Paul and Jim, I mean, they pointed it out right away. Like, so, I mean, it's not as if it wasn't obvious. You could clearly see that. They brought it up multiple times on the radio broadcast. Like, hey, Carnell Tate is not out there. He is in uniform. He warmed up. He doesn't have his helmet on, but we have no other info than that, right? So, rightfully so. I don't think it's wrong that a lot of people kind of looked at that and said, is there a disciplinary issue we're not hearing about? What is this? They came out at halftime. Ryan Day gave an interview, if you saw it on the TV broadcast, where he essentially is looking up at the scoreboard, being like, oh, yeah, we had what do we have there? Run the ball. Okay. We had this amount of yards. We scored this many points. He's just reading the stats off their scoreboard, which is hilarious. But he also said, oh, yeah, he's not going to play today because he had something that they said he tweaked in warm-ups, and they didn't want to risk it.
Yeah, they said something was tight or something like that.
Yeah.
Tightness.
So I totally get that.
Well, you're going up against Purdue, so
right.
You should be fine.
I'm not a doctor, but I would guess if this were Michigan or somebody else that was, has your full attention in that way, like you didn't need him to go out there and do that. Plus, the second half of this game was mostly about let's get some guys some reps who don't always get in there. Let's get plenty of depth involved in this game. Jeremiah Smith still had a great game, despite not having Carnell Tate on the other side to take away some coverage, which I think should bode well for his quest to try to be getting the top awards as the top receiver in the country, and who knows, maybe even into the Heisman conversation.
No.
You don't think he's going to get in the Heisman conversation?
No. It made me throw up in my mouth.
What is with everybody?
When Jeremiah Smith and Julian Samuels, who do you win the Heisman? No, he's the Heisman winner. No, he's the Heisman winner.
Here's the audio of that.
No, that's Julian Samuels trophy right there. The Heisman goes to Julian Samuels.
Who's your Heisman pick?
Jeremiah Smith. I mean, the guy's special. He's a great player, and I don't know his stats today, but he had a great day and was making some great catches. Had the one touchdown catch, so he's a special player.
What's wrong with that?
Get a room. They should get a room. That's what they should do.
What's wrong with that? What's wrong with them?
Here's the thing:
saying the other guy's great.
When they came out with the graphic for both of them, I was like, what are we doing? Jeremiah Smith, Jeremiah Smith is the best player in college football. But you know what? His numbers don't dictate him winning the Heisman as a wide receiver. The Heisman doesn't calculate double teams and triple teams and having Carnell Tate on the other side of the field. So he's not going to win it. So we should put all our marketing eggs in the Julian Sayin for Heisman basket and forget about Jeremiah Smith winning the Heisman.
Well, that's
okay. Just my feeling about it.
One, Dylan, I want to welcome you to this little group we have. It's where all the crazies live. You're a part of the lunatic fringe, buddy. If that's your take, I just want you to know. Welcome in.
You know what's sad? It's so crazy.
The knives are sitting right over there. Just
it's so crazy that even T-Bone is taking back.
That's a little lunatic.
Okay, do you guys think Jeremiah Smith has a realistic shot of winning the Heisman right now?
No, he's not.
So what's the point? What's the point of campaigning for?
Here's the point, because you have human beings on your team, and I could totally understand if Ohio State's like, yeah, quarterbacks typically win this award, but also, which, by the way, it's not a given that any of these guys are winning this award. Let's just be clear there, right? There's still a lot of work to do.
Oh, no. It's clear nationally that Francisco Mendoza is winning the national champion or the Heisman because he played bad for 3.5 quarters.
His name is Fernando.
Whatever. I don't even want to know this guy.
Frustrated. He can't even get his name.
I watched him play terribly for 3.5 quarters.
You had a Heisman moment.
You played bad enough to put yourself in a position to create a Heisman moment against Penn State, who has now lost 6 games in a row. Here's what I think most of America did. They were not watching Indiana Penn State. They got the notification on their phone saying, close game, Indiana on upset alert.
That's exactly what happened.
And then they started watching, and they're like, oh my God, this Fernando Mendoza guy, so good. But if you would have watched the first 3.5 quarters, there was no reason for a team as good as Indiana to be even in that position that he needed to do all that on that last drive. I was fired up, Tyvis.
I get it. And by the way, Gus Johnson, listen to this stupid call.
He started it.
Listen to this idiocy.
Mendoza in trouble. It's out. Touchdown. Wow. Oh, Mark Cooper. Unbelievable. Give him the Heisman Trophy now.
What? Give him the Heisman Trophy now?
Go look up both Mendoza and Sain's numbers. They're practically identical, and guess what? Sain has done it in one less game.
Well, but there's
what are we talking about?
There's a lot there. Well, go ahead, Tyvis. Sorry.
Well, I would say that one, you gotta give Gus a little. He's an entertainer. He entertains.
Was this entertaining?
Give him the Heisman Trophy now.
Give him the Heisman Trophy now?
He was caught up in the moment.
But when Julian Sayin threw for 4 touchdowns and 300-plus yards against the same Penn State defense.
Yeah, it was boring.
Everyone said, no.
It was boring.
Everyone said, it's because Penn State. He hasn't played anybody. Penn State's defense is trash. Penn State's garbage. That's
exactly what they said.
Now, when Fernando Mendoza has a worse game against Penn State, but has a big play at the end to salvage a victory, now that's become his Heisman moment.
It's wild.
Because he had a worse. Yeah.
It's one of those situations where
Julian Sain should have thrown 3 picks so they could have stayed in this game and then throw a big touchdown, and that would be a Heisman moment. This makes no sense.
The game was entertaining. It was one of those moments where it was a game-winning drive. The catch was absolutely insane, even though Jackson Smith-Njigba, I believe, did that years ago. I think it was him that did that at Ohio State.
The catch at the end of the end zone? Yeah, probably. I mean,
I think JSN did that like 5 years ago. But anyways, it was a really good game because it came down to that last drive, and Fernando Mendoza was able to go down and complete that drive.
Yeah, this is the same logic with the SEC.
The reason
these are good games.
No, I'm just telling you. I'm not telling you I agree with it. Julian Sain should win it. I don't care what Fernando Mendoza does. Julian should run away with this thing, in my personal opinion. Agreed. But I understand in that moment why everybody reacted the way that they did, because the play was so crazy and it was a game-winning drive. I mean, Dante Moore did the same thing with Oregon against Iowa, and I don't know why ain't nobody saying nothing about that.
What was Oregon doing at the end of that game where they go over and taunt the Iowa fans? It's like,
did they do that? I didn't see that.
Oh, they ran to the end zone and were just like, and like the Iowa fans are throwing beer cans at them, and then they're all like, oh, their fans throwing stuff at us.
I love being on the road. I love going to the road.
Yeah, you know what, Dan? But that's like Dan Lanning. Welcome to new money. Congratulations. Like, you guys have been successful for a couple years now, and now you want to go out there chirping Iowa?
Take a special person. You got to be a special type of person to be able to go thrive on the road.
Mendoza had
throw the drink. Stop!
He's still on
Mendoza had 218 yards. He had 80 of them on the last drive. He was doing nothing.
Yes, of course.
You know what? I hope Julian Sain has no Heisman moments this year. If that's what it takes, I don't want a Heisman moment. I don't want one.
His Heisman moment will be the team up north game.
I don't want it. I want them to win by multiple scores.
I'm saying I hope they probably will. Even if he goes out there and wins, and they win by 50, that's still a Heisman moment.
I mean, I don't think people are going to take it that way.
After the past 4 years, yes, they are.
Doesn't this just show you how stupid this whole perception thing is? Where, like, to your point, this Fernando Mendoza stuff is, he had a big moment. It's like, yes, because he wasn't as good as Ohio State is not been tested, air quotes, but Indiana now, because they played a tough game against Penn State, is battle tested because they went and won on the road at Penn State, a game Ohio State just played and smoked Penn State, and it wasn't even a contest. What are we doing? What are we talking about?
Like, I thought
stupid.
They'll say that Ohio State got better play.
Yeah, right. Then you have that.
Yes,
that's what they going to say.
Almost like they're the better team.
What they go
Julian Sain.
Am I living in a bizarre world?
They're going to say that Cardinal Tate and Jeremiah Smith, that's what Julian
his pockets are too clean. His receivers are too good. He can't win the Heisman.
And you know what? By that logic, Jackson Arnold for Auburn is the best quarterback in college football because he's always getting sacked, and he's terrible, and their record is awful. But you know what? He's been through a lot. Dan Orlovsky wants you to draft Jackson Arnold, not Julian Sain.
If Joe Burrow can win the Heisman with what he had at LSU, then Julian Sain can win the Heisman with what he got at Ohio State.
Overachiever of the week is next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good Monday morning. Still not looking any better for folks who live in our south side. That's because we're noticing some crashes not too far away from each other. Of course, it's happening on that 71 southbound direction heading outside of the city. Just passing 270, that intersection, we have an incident where a left lane is blocked down to 7 miles per hour, too, for your travel times. But hey, as I mentioned, not too far away, another crash. This time around, it's on 71, that northbound direction as you're passing 270, right lane blocked in that direction. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
From military life to a rewarding career in IT, kickstart your new journey in a matter of months in the fields of IT and cybersecurity, including AI. Learn more at mycomputercareer.edu/CWP. Financial aid is available for qualified students, including VA benefits.
Hi, I'm Joanna Williams, General Manager at Tansky Sawmill Toyota, and this month, lease a 2026 Toyota Corolla LE for only $199 a month for 39 months. Now through December 1st at Tansky Sawmill Toyota. Visit TanskySawmillToyota.com for details. And when you think Toyota, think Tansky. $36.99 due at signing with approved credit, tax title, and $387 doc fee not included. No security deposit required.
Think Toyota. Think Tansky.
The following radio theater is brought to you by Columbus Men's Clinic.
Hey, Dad, you want to play football?
No, buddy.
All right.
Pops, want to work out?
Maybe later.
Hey, kids are in bed. What you up to?
Tomorrow?
You've got one life, and it's too short for not nows, maybe laters, and tomorrows. If you have symptoms of ED and low T, your family, friends, and even your career has already been affected. Book your discreet evaluation at Columbus Men's Clinic and turn your tomorrows into
today.
Yes! Touchdown!
Come on, one more, Dad.
Today!
Push, Dad. One more. Come on, push.
Hey, kids are in bed. What you up to?
Tonight.
Call 614-300-7400 or book now in under 30 seconds at columbusmensclinic.com. Columbus Men's Clinic, for every man in every season of life.
Picture it, your holiday table, the family cooking together, the scent of golden brown bread, rosemary from roasted potatoes, and a salad so crisp it snaps. This season at Kroger, make the moments that matter possible with quality that's affordable in every aisle. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Right now, USDA Choice Boneless Beef Chuck Roasts or Steaks are only $5.99 a pound in the value pack with your digital coupon. Limit 5. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
I'm back to doing what I love and more. Thanks to the Good Feet store.
Visit the Good Feet store on Polaris Parkway near the Polaris Mall or on Stringtown Road in Grove City. Walk-ins are always welcome.
Get your furnace fixed fast. Call Care Heating and Cooling. 1-800-COOLING.
Columbus. Henry Cho is bringing his Empty Nest tour to the Speaker Joanne Davidson Theater on Friday, November 14th.
Hey, Columbus, Ohio. Henry Cho here. Get your tickets now. New material. See you there.
Tickets are available at Kappa.com.
Hey friends, Beamer here, and I'm a big believer in saying thank you when something actually works. So thank you, Awaken 180. And they're actually saying thank you back right here in Ohio with $500 off every new program through Thanksgiving. I started around this time last year, dropped 65 pounds for the holidays, and 15 more in free maintenance. Awaken 180 works, and now's the time to do it with $500 off. Thank your new self when you're 30 or 80 pounds lighter with the medication-free solution for weight loss. Online at awaken180weightloss.com.
They're trained. They're prepared. Let's do it. They're Ohio's undefeated plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling team. And they're here to tackle your problems. For plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling, there's only one team. The Waterworks. Better care, better value, better results. Call the Waterworks at 614-232-2222 or visit them online at thewaterworks.com. A proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. Common Man and Timmy.
I was actually scheduled to be off today, and I said, you know what? Enough. Enough with people.
Well, hey,
I'm back.
No more PTO, Mikey.
Common Man and Timmy Afternoons on the Fan is sponsored by the Hinderer Motor Company. The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Carpenter Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Electric, and Bryant, doing whatever it takes to keep your home comfortable. The Fan.
Tyvis has a bum wrist from playing football. Bone has a bum wrist from opening the heavy doors at Sheets. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
If you've missed any part of the show, we went off on the Browns, we talked Buckeyes, we covered the NFL, we've talked about the gambling scandal in baseball, and so much more. You can always get our podcast wherever you get your podcast, wherever you get your audio. Just go search for it. T-Bone and Tyvis in your favorite podcast or app player. It's all right there for you. It's free of charge. You can just subscribe it, like it, follow it, and then every day you'll get those right to your device. No problems. You can listen when you want to, but all that's there for you. It is the T-Bone and Tyvis podcast, and it's all for free.
And now, it's time to highlight someone who's better than us in every single way. Meet our overachiever of the week.
Well, you know what, Tyvis? I'm going to let you start off today because, in part, you could be an overachiever of the week because you hit a 3 from the Caitlin Clark spot in Iowa. And I think that having that on video, that's pretty good. So you could be our overachiever.
You're right. I nominate myself.
You're not going to get it. However, go ahead. Tell me who yours is.
For me this week, I have to go with Jonathan Taylor. 32 carries, 244 yards and 3 touchdowns in an NFL game, not college, not high school, in an NFL game where the elite of the elite play. To have that crazy stat line, and I think he had the game winner. I think he walked off in overtime with it. That's insane.
Yeah.
It's crazy that this man ain't a top 2 or top 3 guy for the MVP this season. He is on a all-time heat. He might win the Triple Crown in running backs for carries, yards, and touchdowns.
He is unbelievable. He has 1,399 yards from scrimmage this year, leading the NFL in that category. There's what more can you say? But I'm with you. Should be the clear favorite in the MVP race, but because
15 touchdowns.
but he doesn't throw the ball.
That's right.
We can't. So he's not a football player apparently.
They should start giving him some passes every week.
Take him off that team and tell me if the Colts are as good as they are this year so far. They're not. No way. I won't believe it. But you're right. He had an awesome game yesterday in Berlin as they took it to the Falcons and won that game. Go ahead, Dylan. Who's your overachiever of the week?
I'm making show history. This is the first overachiever picked out of hatred.
Oh, what? This is good. I like this. I don't know what it's going to be, but I'm excited for it.
Michi Johnson went off for South Carolina. 14 of his career high, 33 in the last 3.5 of the game to bring his team back to beat Southern Miss. Imagine if this dude would have just stayed here.
I'm sorry, you've broken news to me. Michi Johnson is still playing college basketball,
yes.
And he's back at South Carolina?
Yes.
For real?
And scored 33. For the Gamecocks.
Good for him.
I had no idea.
Not good for him.
I'm glad.
You know what? Maybe he'll come back here next year since he has the direct line from, Columbia to Columbus. He'll be back next year. I don't know if he has any eligibility left, but he'll probably try to come back.
It's nice to see guys, that's going through mental stuff to be able to figure it out.
No, that part is good. I agree with you.
And do it at a high level. So good for him.
By the way, my overachiever of the week is from college, but not basketball, from football. Your Texas Tech Red Raiders got the job done. I told you last week, ignore my NFL pick from Friday because that was trash. But my college pick was the Texas Tech. They had the number 1 run defense in the country. BYU needs to run the football to do their offense, and they could not run the ball against this Texas Tech team. They could not throw the ball, but the guy I want to highlight is linebacker Jacob Rodriguez, a stud for them at Texas Tech.
Speaking of Heisman hype, he's starting to get it.
He should. 14 tackles, 9 solo, 1 TFL, and how about this, just for good measure, a fumble recovery and an INT. This guy was everywhere in a top 10 matchup that no one talks about because BYU and Texas Tech are not getting the national love they should. But I'm telling you, Texas Tech, one of the best teams in college football. I don't think they can hang with the Buckeyes. However, I don't think anybody can hang with the Buckeyes this year. If we're going to hype up Bama and Georgia and Ole Miss, you need to hype up Texas Tech because I think they could hang with any of those teams. But Jacob Rodriguez, fantastic player for Texas Tech and a big game for them. So, good for him. We'll stick with college football. More from what happened in the world of college football, including the top 5 teams, the teams that supposedly could challenge Ohio State. How did they do? We already know how Dylan feels about the Heisman moment for Fernando Mendoza. We'll talk a little bit more about that Indiana game and more next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Noticing some major delays for folks as you're heading towards Hilliard this morning on the west side. A crash on 270, that southbound direction as you're passing Tuttle Crossing Boulevard where right lane is currently blocked. And slowdowns extending all the way from that crash site all the way towards Dublin this morning. So take note there. We also have a crash happening on 23, that northbound direction at 270. That intersection westbound. Expect some lane closures over by Worthington as of your Monday morning commute. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Dormar, your planet hero.
When your furnace or air conditioner is broke, we come out that same day. Dormar, home the Tin Man.
You have a chance to win a beautiful new custom home or cash prize this holiday season with a Home for the Holidays raffle. And and help make wishes come true for Make-A-Wish Kids. One lucky winner will be announced on December 24th, so get your $100 ticket now. Just visit ahomefortheholidays.columbus.org to buy your tickets. That's ahomefortheholidays.columbus.org. Terms and conditions apply.
Hey, it's D. Miller. Guys, you know you feel it. Something's off. It's not just signs of aging. It's your energy slipping away. It could be low testosterone draining all the things that make you you. The solution? Testosterone replacement therapy at Synergenics and Low T Center. They use pharmaceutical-grade testosterone to increase your level that is just right for you. They are one of the only providers that accept most major insurance. They make it affordable and easy for you to start and stay on treatment. Synergenics and Low T Center have clinics conveniently located around town. You can be treated in the clinic or receive at-home treatment. Either way, it all starts with a simple and quick free test at the center. With on-site labs, you'll get your results in about 20 minutes. For a limited time, visit any Synergenics or Low T Center for a free hormone consultation and a free T-test and automatically enter for a chance to win either autographed sports memorabilia or even a pair of tickets to a major sporting event in town. Book your appointment now at trtmvp.com. That's trtmvp.com.
Bills piling up? CME can help you wrap up your debt into one simple, manageable signature loan with rates starting as low as 8.75% APR. Instead of juggling stacks of statements, let CME help you unwrap peace of mind this season. APR from 8.75%. Terms and eligibility apply. Federally insured by NCUA. Visit CMEFCU.org.
Thanksgiving is a time to come together, eat together, and share together. And Meijer is making it easier than ever to share more good. During the week of Thanksgiving, November 23rd through the 29th, when you buy Meijer brand Fredericks by Meijer, Purple Cow, or True Goodness Foods, our Simply Give program will provide a meal to help feed up to 4 million neighbors in need. It's the simple way to put the giving and Thanksgiving together. Exclusions apply. See Meijer.com for details. One meal equals 25 cents based on an average meal cost from select Meijer food pantry partners. Learn more at Meijer.com/aboutmeijer/community.html.
Welcome to Tire Discounters. Oh, hiya, Phantom.
Mike, is it true?
What's that?
Tire Discounters is offering up to $200 off sets of Goodyear tires?
Absolutely.
Plus free alignment and a full synthetic oil change?
You got it.
I'm not one to exaggerate, but that may be the best deal in the history of the world.
But free would be better.
Mike, don't toy with me.
Through the holidays, every day we're open, someone will get their money back on 4 tires.
But I...
Just breathe, Phantom. Breathe.
No purchase necessary. Ends 12/31/25. Visit website for details.
When it's 6 a.m. and you need a skid steer and you want to talk to an actual person about skid steers, lean on green. Sunbelt Rentals. With the largest rental fleet and hardest working equipment experts in Columbus, we can help steer you to the right skid steer at the right price right now. Tracks or wheels, diesel or gas, light, medium, or heavy duty. Plus attachments for loading, grading, digging, drilling, tilling, and trenching. No wonder the Columbus builders building Columbus lean on green. Sunbelt Rentals. Learn more at sunbeltrentals.com.
Things are going to be busy between now and the end of the year. You got holiday gatherings, school functions for the kids, families are getting together. I know. Hey, it's Timmy Hall, and the last thing you want to worry about this holiday season is whether your roof is going to make it through another Ohio winter. One call to Victor's Home Solutions, my guys, to schedule that free 21-point roof inspection will put your mind at ease, and you want to have a peaceful mind. A highly trained roof inspector will carefully examine every inch of that roof, checking the 21 most common areas of roofing failure. Then they go over their results with you and discuss your options going forward. Most of the time, problems can be fixed with a minor repair, but if it's time for a new roof, Victor's offers money-saving discounts and financing terms to make paying easy. And don't forget, they're so confident in their skilled installers, they offer a 50-year leak-free guarantee on every roof they install. So call or go online and schedule the free 21-point roof inspection today. 866-VICTORS or online at victors.com.
At Great Lakes Hyundai, the savings are so good.
Now at Great Lakes, purchase with 0% financing and make no payments for 90 days on Tucson's and Santa Fe's, including hybrids. Go now, Columbus or Dublin or glakeshyundai.com with approved credit ends 12/1.
Dormar, you're kind of hero.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus.
Good morning, I'm Dylan Gonzalez. The Cleveland Browns, coming off the bye week, traveled to East Rutherford to play the New York Jets. The Browns gave up a pair of return touchdowns in a span of 36 seconds in the first quarter and would eventually lose 27-20. The Browns will be back in Cleveland for their next game versus the Baltimore Ravens. The Ohio State Buckeyes took care of business in West Lafayette with a 34-10 victory versus Purdue on Saturday. Julian Sain led the way with 303 yards and a touchdown, and Jeremiah Smith had 10 catches for 137 yards and a touchdown reception in the win. Up next for the Buckeyes is a night game at the Shoe versus UCLA. This update was sponsored by Whiskey War by High Bank Distillery. Drink local, drink High Bank. Breaking sports news when it happens right here on The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Tyvis played in some of the biggest stadiums in the world. T-Bone has eaten some of the biggest pizzas in the world. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
Talk to our guy Joshua Perry coming up at 8:30, all things college football in the breakdown. That is with the former Buckeye and, of course, NBC sports analyst, lover of interesting candies. I guess we could say that as well for Joshua Perry. We'll do that coming up at 8:30 like we do every Monday. And if, of course, you missed it, the Browns lost in perhaps one of the most Brownsy ways possible yesterday, where not only did they give up 2 special teams touchdowns, as Dylan said, in the first quarter of that game, they also found a way at the end of that game, where the defense has been pretty good all year long, right? But what they needed to do in that moment, with like a minute left, they're at midfield, Jets are up by a touchdown, it's 4th and 4, probably no chance in hell they're snapping that ball, the Jets are. Browns jump offside, give the Jets a first down, they kill the game off, game over. In the macro sense, probably not bad. The Browns lost that game. It gives them a better draft position. In the micro sense, it is infuriating when you are a Browns fan to constantly watch this team lose in ways that make no GD sense whatsoever.
All I know is Dylan got one more game with me. My prediction is the Raiders game is wrist up time, and this next game's home, right? Yeah, they play Baltimore home. Depending on the attendance of that game, it might already be wrist up time.
So you're may or may not be saying, if you're not happy with the Browns product, don't go to the game. I mean, if
they don't go to the game, and
I don't blame any Browns fan for any decision you make at
Jimmy
this point.
Gonna come downstairs and be like, all right, you come on now. Go ahead, go make that change, because one person that will make people come to a game is Shedeur Sanders. That's a fact. Because whether good, bad, or indifferent, people want to see it.
You know what?
And they will pay money to come see that. But if Dylan looks like how he's been looking, no, they're not coming in.
You know what would make people come to a game? This is a wild thought.
Winning
games.
Yeah.
Not being the most inept franchise in the past 20, 25 years of football. By the way, this from Rich Cimini. We mentioned this one earlier. He covers the Jets. How unlikely was the Jets win 27-20 over the Browns? If you don't know this, the Browns held the Jets yesterday. What was the total offense there? Let me just double check to make sure I've got the stats right. Total yards for the Jets yesterday was 169 yards. Not passing yards, not rushing yards. Total combined yardage, 169 yards of offense for the Jets. Rich Cimini brought this up, ESPN reporter for the Jets. Since 1950, teams had been 225-0 when holding opponents to 175 or fewer yards and not turning the ball over. The Browns held the Jets to under 175 yards and did not turn the ball over yesterday. Browns are now the first team since 1950 to lose a game where they did both of those things.
You want to hear
225-1. That one is yesterday, the Browns against the Jets.
You want to hear some good news?
What's that?
With yesterday's loss, the current order of the draft.
Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah,
the Browns will be picking 4th. Tennessee has the 1st pick. New Orleans has the 2nd pick. The Giants have the 3rd pick. And Cleveland has the 4th pick. If Tyler Shuck continues to play well, they will be out of the quarterback running, which means that the Browns will get first dibs at whatever quarterback they want, unless one of these teams trade out of the pick.
Well, you know who they're probably going to go after is Fernando Mendoza, IU quarterback. I'm already gearing up for us to be disappointed by him. because Fernando Mendoza had a mediocre game against the Penn State Nittany Lions on the road. However, because of this play, he's now getting all this Heisman hype.
Mendoza in trouble! It's out! Touchdown! Wow! Omar Cooper! Unbelievable! Give him the Heisman Trophy now!
Oh, God.
So,
Gus,
have I told you
what
about
happened to Gus Johnson, by the way? When did this become how he calls games?
He's into it, man.
No. This used to be
He can't enjoy his job.
Listen to Gus Johnson. This is the Ron Lewis call that I know Timmy Hall loves. This is what Gus used to sound like.
Gotta hurry. Connolly, 5 to go. Lewis has been awesome. Let's it go. He ties it at 62. 2 seconds to go. Lavender, 3-quarter court. And we're going to overtime in Lexington.
Compare that to now, where he's just
give him the Heisman Trophy now.
His voice is like gone, or he's like, like it's just the dumbest thing. What are you doing?
The high pitch, man. There's only certain people that can get their voice up there high like that.
That's true. Well, the thing is, he starts high, so then he has nowhere to go. Nowhere to go. It's like a jet engine at full throttle in the second quarter, and then if a big play actually happens, he has nothing to do. Now, here's the question I have. Why is this Fernando Mendoza's Heisman moment when Omar Cooper is the guy up in the air, fully getting pushed out of bounds, thought he was going to land out of bounds. Dodges the back judge, somehow doesn't tap the first foot that's coming down because that one might have ended up out of bounds, puts his second foot down, holds his first foot up in the air, has the body control to do all of this, gets not just a toe in, the whole foot in, saves this as an actual tremendous catch to win the game for Indiana, and this is Fernando Mendoza's moment. Well, that dude jumped 4 feet in the air to catch that ball.
Amari Cooper is like a second-day pick.
Omar Cooper, you mean?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, him too. Okay. Yeah, I thought I was like, Amari Cooper, I think was higher. I know what you mean, yeah. No, like, he's a good player. I agree. And Indiana did have one of their best receivers. I know that. What's his name? Who's the other guy for Indiana?
Elijah Surratt.
Yeah, Surratt was out for this game.
He is a dog.
He's definitely a second or third round pick.
So I will give Fernando Mendoza the credit that, like, hey, that was good that you had that final drive. But like you said, Dylan, you had like 80 yards on that final drive when they're mostly Penn State in a prevent defense, just trying to keep them out of the end zone. The idea that this guy should somehow be the Heisman frontrunner is laughable to me.
Have I laid out to you how to fix the Browns?
No. What is it?
Have I not given you?
I mean, I have thoughts.
This offseason.
Everyone.
No. I mean, yeah, fine with that. Yeah, no.
Does it have to do with Fernando Mendoza?
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
It's the exact opposite. So this is what I would do in this offseason. You tell me. I haven't talked to y'all about this. Huh? Let me tell me what y'all think. All right. Okay. I've been thinking about this. The Browns will have 3 top 100 picks, right?
Okay,
they'll have
at least.
They'll have the 2 first, and then they'll have the early one in the second round, right?
Sure.
Don't draft a quarterback. You draft the best receiver, the best tackle, and the best receiver available with the the 3 picks, right?
Sure.
You could go OT, receiver, or receiver, OT, whatever. That's what you do with them first ones. Then after that, when you get the third through the rest of the draft, you draft offensive linemen. You keep drafting offensive linemen because you got to rebuild your line. You're losing all 5 of the starters.
Yeah.
Where you get the quarterback is this. You go to a quarterback rehab and you grab Mac Jones.
Oh, I'd love that. Go right ahead.
I would trade for Mac Jones. Why? Well, he's a former first-round pick. Secondly, he's in quarterback rehab. There's 3 places that you go for quarterback rehab. Minnesota, San Fran, L.A. Rams. Any quarterback that's went through those 3 places and went somewhere else has gone on to be really good. Minnesota, they had Sam Darnold. They had Daniel Jones. San Fran had Sam Darnold.
Yes, but just
the Rams had Baker Mayfield.
Don't go to Minnesota and get Carson Wentz, who was just put into traction by Kevin O'Connell because he was like, "Yeah, I just want to keep throwing him out there."
Even Carson Wentz was, when he was healthy, he was okay.
Yeah, but now he's like a.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't get him now.
He's
no.
He's been beaten to death. So
I don't think
not
that's now.
good.
That's over.
Right.
Yeah,
but I would go get Mac Jones, and I would pair him with all of those pieces. You put him with a Quinn.
Because you're saying there's no quarterback out there that impresses you in college football enough to draft.
And I think it's going to take time. I think that those guys, it's going to take time for them to develop into the NFL guy. And right now, we're trying to expedite this situation. I think that if you want to have a competitive team next year, this is the best way to do it. What you think?
I totally agree with that because I've watched a lot of college football this year, and I have seen so many people talk about, they got these great. The only guy that I actually think might have a chance to be a pretty good starter in the NFL, and again, I know there's still a lot of football to be played. I'm a fan of Ty Simpson down at Alabama. I think he is a guy who is kind of in a pro-style offense, does take some shots, and still is able to throw. Now, if Julian Sayin were available, he's not. He has to come back for another year. If he were in this draft, it'd be a different story, but he's not in it. And I'm sorry, I don't buy Fernando Mendoza as a Heisman winner. I don't buy him as a starter in the league, but I am very, very much feeling like somehow the Browns will end up drafting him, and I don't think that will go well. But hey, Indiana fans right now are feeling it. They're chesty about this Penn State win for some unknown reason, even though when Ohio State beat Penn State, that was a terrible win. Remember that? Remember just like 7 days ago when Ohio State beat Penn State and everyone was like, yeah, it doesn't even count, basically. What a terrible Penn State team you beat. Now when Indiana beats them, it's the greatest win on their season, and they finally have been tested. I don't understand it, but somehow that's where we're at in college football. It makes no sense to me.
I don't really sweat, and I'm still sweating from the last break we talked about Fernando Mendoza, so I'm not going to do it again. But Daniel in the chat says that he misses drunk Joe Namath, so I think we should give it to him.
I want to kiss you.
That's all.
That's good. I like that.
Yes.
By the way, I have
Joe Namath said that.
Oh yeah.
There's another.
Go ahead.
No. Joe Namath said a lot. Do you have more of those?
There's a whole. Yeah. You never just saw the interview he did with Susie Colbert. What was it? A Monday Night Football game?
Yes.
And he's just drunk and hitting on her.
Yeah, it was
I
bad.
did not see
They're
that.
literally YouTube it during the break.
not only that, there was a website I believe.
I need my phone for that.
There was a football blog called Drunk Susie Colbert, if I'm not mistaken, or I think that's what they called it. Was Drunk Susie Colbert, even though she wasn't drunk. It was Namath that was drunk. Anyway, so all that we have to discuss. We have plenty more college football stuff to discuss. But next, a huge betting scandal in the world of sports. We got some details on it yesterday, and they aren't good. Details next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning and welcome to your busy Monday. We are noticing over a dozen crashes out there with these slippery conditions because of the snowfall throughout the metro this morning. Let's start in our southwest corner, though. The first crash we're noticing is on 40, that ramp to 270 in that northbound direction heading towards Dublin. Expect some lane closures out there. Not too far away, another incident, 270 westbound, just passing 62, closer to Urban Crest. Left shoulder blocked out there. Not too far away, yet another crash, 71 northbound and southbound, just passing 270. Right lanes blocked out there in both directions, again, 71 northbound and 71 southbound. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
At Baths R Us, we believe home improvement is life improvement, and that starts with the team who brings your vision to life. Our installers aren't just skilled, they're experts.
This is who we are. This is what we do all day, every day.
Right now, get $1,500 off a shower or tub replacement or $3,000 off a full bathroom remodel. Plus, low to no monthly payments. Call 380-225-BATH to schedule your free estimate or go to bathsrus.com. 380-225-2284. Baths R Us, where dreams soak in.
Guys, can you feel your energy slipping away, losing what makes you, you? It could be low testosterone. Take action now. Synergenics and Low T Center can help reclaim your energy with a quick and simple free T-test. Visit a local Synergenics or Low T Center and receive pharmaceutical-grade testosterone, never compounded like other clinics. Treatment is covered by most major insurance with affordable self-pay options. The best you is waiting. Book your free T-test at trtmvp.com.
Bet365 is paying out before the final whistle.
Check out Bet365's unrivaled early payout offer. When you bet on a team to win and they take a 17-point lead, you get paid no matter the final score. Forget the final whistle and start counting that cash. Hold up. You get early payout on parlays, too.
Download the app and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. T&Cs apply.
Welcome to Tire Discounters. Oh, hiya, Phantom.
Mike, is it true?
What's that?
Tire Discounters is offering up to $200 off sets of Goodyear tires.
Absolutely.
Plus free alignment and a full synthetic oil change.
You got it.
I'm not one to exaggerate, but that may be the best deal in the history of the world.
But free would be better.
Mike, don't toy with me.
Through the holidays, every day we're open, someone will get their money back on 4 tires.
But I...
Just breathe, Phantom. Breathe.
No purchase necessary. Ends 12/31/25. Visit website for details.
I love Right Pack Credit Union because they're solution driven.
I feel valued as a member.
They're focused on the latest technology and the personal connections.
Experience benefits that go beyond banking with Right Pack Credit Union. Just ask our actual members.
I definitely recommend Right Pack to all my family and friends as a credit union of choice.
Visit one of our Columbus area Right Pack Credit Union member centers near you. Based on individual members' experiences, results may vary.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty, and I buy houses as is fast for cash. Call me today for an all-cash offer on any of your properties, and we can close within days at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. Do you own a property that's outdated and needs thousands of dollars in repairs? Great, I'll buy it. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. Would it be convenient for you if you could simply take what you wanted and leave the rest behind? Great, I'll buy it. I buy vacant properties, inherited homes, divorce situations, death in the family, apartment buildings, rental portfolios. I even buy my tenant won't pay me the rent houses. Call TurboTrack Realty today for an all-cash offer and speak with one of our friendly staff members at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000.
Austin and Berm are back with a new daily podcast, the ultimate OSU Football Insiders. You know it's refreshing to have some smart people working here from time to time.
The Beat with Austin and Berm on the 10 TV Plus app.
Subscribe today. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Light to moderate snow showers this morning and gusty winds making it feel pretty bone chilling, and that continues for us into the day today with the snow chances eventually tapering off as we head into late afternoon and into the evening. Daytime highs topping out in the 30s, but with gusty winds our feels like only in the 20s. And then for tonight, overnight lows in the 20s with feels like in the teens with breezy winds and a small chance of snow showers. Otherwise, skies will be mostly cloudy. For The Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with the 10 Weather Impact Forecast.
What's the point of watching football all weekend if you can't overanalyze it?
Reaction Monday is sponsored by the Roofing Guys.
The Fan. Two men who both know the value of a good hat.
Your ball!
This is Bone and Tyvis.
Talk with Joshua Perry coming up at 8:30. One of the things I want to ask him about is Texas A&M, because I went back and watched the A&M Missouri game, which Texas A&M won, by the way. I think it was 38-17. Yes,
going to give him some credit yet?
No.
Okay.
No. Because here, well, I'll tell you what. No, I mean, I get it. They're you know what? They're undefeated, 9-0. They should be ranked where they're ranked. If they want to tomorrow in the playoff rankings tomorrow night, if they want to put them up at 1 or 2, fine. Here's what I'll tell you about Texas A&M, because I watched this game. Texas A&M was up 7-0 going into halftime on the road in Missouri, which is not I would say it's not easy to play on the road in the SEC. Missouri's a good football team. Fine. This game completely changed in what does Ryan Day like to talk about? The middle 8. Mm-hmm. The last 4 minutes of the second quarter, first 4 minutes of the third quarter, that middle 8. Mm-hmm. Because Texas A&M, with about a minute to go, Missouri had a second down on the 50. Now, who knows? Maybe they don't convert this. Maybe they don't end up kicking a field goal. But they were trying to drive into field goal range and at least kick field goal, maybe even try to go for a touchdown and tie it up. But instead what happened was their backup quarterback, Zollers, who's in for Bo Prabula, who's hurt, he fumbles. He gets hit. And when I tell you he got hit, Tyvis, he fumbles the ball up in the air, and they just so happen to have a safety who was blitzing right next to the guy who ended up hitting him.
Caught it in
that
stride.
Safety was like they passed it to him. He went down to the 2-yard line, and so then they had first and goal.
He got caught?
Because there was a running back who was also who missed the block and was running with him and ended up tackling this guy at the 2.
Hold on, wait a minute. Let me go look this.
Well, it's going to take you a minute.
You got to be kidding me. You telling me a blitzing safety caught a pick and got caught?
He caught a fumble that was like popped up in the air from the quarterback. But
that's terrible.
He got tackled at the 2-yard line for Texas A&M. They go in and score to make it 14-0 at halftime, as opposed to what might have been a 7-3 or 7-0 game. Then they come out in the third quarter and they're running trick plays. They ran a little screen pass that went for a 50-yard touchdown because Missouri's defense can't tackle. And I'll tell you this right now. Remember how Jim Knowles' defense last year with Ohio State, and does it with Penn State too? They like to get up real close to the line of scrimmage. They like to get in a position where it's like, oh, man, if we could just make this tackle, we're good. If they miss that tackle, it's off to the races. That is Missouri's defense. I'm telling you, Texas A&M won this game because Missouri was trying to take too big of a bite on the apple on their defense. Ohio State doesn't do that now. Matt Patricia, I'm telling you, Texas A&M plays Ohio State's defense. Ohio State can tackle, and Ohio State stays where they're supposed to. I don't think Texas A&M is a problem for Ohio State. As far as when it comes to OSU's defense versus Texas A&M's offense, I think Ohio State's defense will be just fine.
I don't know what it is about A&M, but everybody has it in their mind at some point they're going to slip. They're going to trip over their feet, whether that's in the regular season, whether that's in the SEC championship. But everybody has in their mind that they're not considered to be like a championship team. And I think it's funny because I feel the same way. I feel the same way.
Their history proves that they will trip up at some point, but they have played very well.
They've been playing so good. I don't know why I can't get in my mind like they could potentially be in the national championship game.
No, don't get me wrong. Like Casey Concepcion is a guy who took he took the screen to the house right at the start of the third quarter for Texas A&M. Like I said, at halftime it could have been 7-3 or 7-7. Instead, 10 minutes into the third quarter, it's 21-0, and the game's pretty much over because they couldn't tackle and because they have some burners. I mean, Texas A&M has some dudes out on the edge, so I'm not saying they're nothing. I'm just saying they're one of the best teams in college football, and I think Ohio State would be at least a touchdown favorite over them.
Is Marcel Reed draft eligible?
I don't remember, actually. I can't remember if he's a sophomore or a junior, or I don't think so. I don't know.
He
double check.
He's a sophomore.
And he looked all right. I mean, he's good. He can definitely make plays with his feet. He can make plays with his arm. But
well, to Tyvis's point, they're not even the favorites to win the SEC. It's Bama, odds-wise.
Right.
I don't know. You're not a firm believer in any of the SEC teams still? Is that still the boat you're in?
The only team I believe in is Bama in the SEC.
I would say if you had to pick a team that could beat Ohio State, I'd probably go with Bama over Texas A&M today.
I'm very low on Georgia.
Oh, me too.
Oh, yeah.
It seems like they're just getting by the skin of their teeth every single game. They were messing around with Mississippi State on Saturday.
They messed around with Auburn. This is what the whole SEC does, except for like...
Wait a minute. They were not... First of all, they were not messing around.
They were messing around.
It was 24-7 at halftime.
They were messing around. If you watched the game, it took a lot of breaks to go their way and a lot of breaks to not go Mississippi State's way for it to end up like that.
Listen,
it was 38-7 at one point.
They were messing around.
It was 38-7. That's 31 points.
Go watch the sped up version of the first half of that game.
My God,
they did not deserve to be up like that. Georgia stinks.
Listen, I agree with you, Dylan, that Georgia I don't think is any good. I think Texas A&M should get credit for being undefeated because, like you said, all these teams in the SEC, minus Alabama and Texas A&M, all the rest of these teams are just they do mess around. Even if you want to say they didn't mess around necessarily with Mississippi State, Georgia didn't. What'd they do against Auburn? Remember, that was the game where Kirby Smart's running down. Oh, hey, I was clapping. I wasn't calling timeout. Like, they won that game 20-10. Auburn fired their head coach because he's an idiot. Hugh Freeze. Like, I'm just saying, these teams, Arkansas has given some of these teams close games. Arkansas fired its head coach.
Tennessee 44-41.
All
Tennessee
these teams
also stinks.
They stink too. Yes. The SEC has a couple good teams.
Georgia plays your Longhorns.
That could be a fun
and
game.
they're 6.5-point favorites, and I'm shocked.
It's we know what your best bet is.
Texas
I'm with
plus
him.
the points.
I'm with him. I'll take the points. Absolutely there. All I'm saying is the SEC should not scare you a ton. The best two teams there, I think, have their flaws. But yeah, Texas A&M has been undefeated so far. Give them their credit for that. I just say Ohio State can hang with them or Alabama or anyone else there you want to throw in. The gambling update. Here we go. This is the biggest scandal, I think, in a long time in sports. Emmanuel Clase and Luis Ortiz both getting in trouble. Or Luis Ortiz has been arrested in Boston. Federal charges against these guys.
Federal prison.
They were basically charged with fraud, conspiracy, and bribery stemming from the pitch rigging scandal, where they were, at least in Class A's case, he is alleged to have texted and called bettors and said, hey, I'm about to go into the game. They would then place wagers in excess of $10,000 on a pitch. They'd all hit, and then after the game, they'd meet up and hang out. Now, obviously, he's maintaining his innocence. Luis Ortiz is maintaining his innocence, but they could each of these guys could face 65 years in prison if convicted on all charges and receiving the maximum sentence.
I'm willing to bet all the money. I'm willing to bet my salary.
This is a good idea to do on a gambling story.
I'm willing to bet my salary that Luis Ortiz does not get half the punishment that Clase gets.
He is already in custody and has a hearing this morning. Clase, as of last night, was still not in custody. So to your point, Ortiz seems like the guy who may have said, I'm working with you. I will do whatever it takes to avoid the maximum penalties here. I don't know if you can say the same for Class A, and I don't know if you can say the same for the amount of evidence they have. Who's your guy up in Cleveland? Zach
Meisel.
Zach Meisel, right. Writes for The Athletic, covers the Guardians, covered baseball for years. Go read his article in The Athletic because it lays out all the evidence they have, some of the most damning pieces of evidence they have against Class A. It's bad. And supposedly these guys maybe netted $20,000,
that's
$30,000.
That's terrible.
You're risking your
I was
career?
hoping you was going to say $20 million or something like that.
No.
$20,000.
The whole scheme made less than $500,000, $500,000. Why? Why risk your career, your freedom, not being in prison? Why risk that for maybe 10 or 12 grand? Because
they got in bad with them people.
They said they only got a percentage of the winnings, and the winnings would be like, $8 or $10,000 each time, and it amounted to about $400,000 to $500,000. So do the math on that. It's not more than $50,000 divided by two dudes. Like that. If that's all true, what's alleged here.
They checked their phone. That text message says, I got $100,000 that you throw on the ball on that first pitch in the second inning. He said, he went out there, I'm going to make sure. That I throw.
Class A's calling guys in the bullpen saying, like, yeah, I'm about to go in. Or they don't know what he said. 2 minutes before he's going into a game, he calls someone who's in Progressive Field, sitting in the stands. That man then posts a bet within 5 minutes of that phone call, and then he goes in, and then the bet cashes for $11,000.
So notice.
Not good.
Notice again, they got all this on Class A. They got nothing on Ortiz.
That's what his lawyer's saying. His lawyer said
it's just amazing. It's amazing to me that they got all that. They just found out all this information on Class A.
What's that life advice you gave earlier?
Why do 10 when you can tell on a friend?
It may just be.
Ortiz is like Frank Lucas. He telling them everything they want to know. I sat there and watched them make the call.
Oh, it's... Oh, yeah, I got the numbers and everything. I got the screenshots.
He is telling.
Oh, that could be the case, but we will keep an eye on that story for you. When we come back, more college football discussion, the breakdown with Joshua Perry next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Well, we are seeing a couple new crashes pop into our system closer to downtown, too. The first one just south of Bexley. The right shoulder is currently blocked on 70, that eastbound direction, just past Miller Road and Kelton Avenue because of a crash out there. We also noticed a crash. The left shoulder currently blocked on 71 southbound, just passing Green Lawn Avenue. And again, downtown not looking too good. The left shoulder is blocked on 71 southbound right at Broad Street because of another incident out there. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
We've all got it, That one crazy thing you've always wanted to do. That bucket list goal. Then a cancer diagnosis, and that one thing still goes according to plan. I would know. I'm getting my first tattoo right now, while my 3 beautiful daughters laugh hysterically at me. 58 years old, 4 years of cancer-free checkups at Ohio Health. Go ahead and get a picture, girls. You keep making plans.
Visit ohiohealth.com/keepmakingplans.
Hey Central Ohio, it's Andrew from Home Team Solutions, and yes, we buy houses for cash the easy way. We've been buying houses for over 20 years and we've seen it all. Whether you've inherited a property, you're behind on payments, the house needs work, or just want to avoid the hassle of listing, we've got you covered. No repairs, no clean out, no stress, just a fair cash offer and you pick the closing date. We've helped hundreds of homeowners sell fast and hassle-free, and we're proud to have 5-star reviews all across Central Ohio and an A+ rating with the BBB. If you're ready to sell your house the easy way, call Home Team Solutions at 614-962-SELL. That's 614-962-7355, or visit us online at selltohometeam.com. Home Team Solutions, local, trusted, and family-owned. Again, that's 614-962-SELL. 614-962-7355 or selltohometeam.com.
T-Bone and Tyvis is presented by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Sign up today at awaken180weightloss.com.
The Buckeyes, the Big Ten, and the rest of college football. We tackle it all in the breakdown with Joshua Perry.
Every Monday this here time, we talk to our guy, college football analyst for NBC Sports, former Buckeye Joshua Perry, on the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. Morning, Joshua. I have a question for you, and I need you to help us settle something, because we are trying to debate as to which guy Ohio State should put all of its eggs in when it comes to the Heisman race. Who should they push? Do you think it's smart to push the quarterback, who likely quarterbacks usually win that award, or Jeremiah Smith, the guy who is still probably the best player in college football? Which way would you go if that was your call?
I was thinking about it yesterday because it's one of the more intriguing conversations to have. Julian's saying, and I made this comment Saturday night, and it's been pissing people off, but Gus was trying to give Fernando Mendoza the Heisman, and I'm like, I don't think you get the Heisman, basically playing yourself into a situation where your back was against the wall and then getting your team out of it against a team that has 6 losses. But folks love these Heisman moments. And for Julian saying, he's so efficient that it's almost numbing when you're watching it. Like, you don't know the impact until you see the final stat sheet. And it's like, oh, he had a game where he threw for more touchdowns than he had incompletions, or it's just, he's been explosive, whatever, but you just don't feel it because it's so numbingly efficient. So that might work against him, especially when you're not playing in marquee games. The thing that benefits Jeremiah is he's a freak. Like, he just, every week it seems like there's a catch or he's covered and, just the ball sticks to his hand, whether it was that one-handed crazy catch on the goal line against Penn State, and when he's getting interfered with against Purdue, which is like a play that doesn't even count because I think they accepted the penalty, but everybody's still showing the highlight. You have that, but Carnell Tate's numbers are better. And there are people who are like, well, Jeremiah might not even win the Biletnikoff, so how could he win the Heisman? So you're in a weird spot. To me, Jeremiah is the guy because you can always fall back on it's the Heisman Trophy, and he's the best player in America. So are you guys liars and you don't really vote on what you're supposed to vote on? You guys not know ball? Like, you can shame people into voting for Jeremiah because he's clearly the best player in the country. So that's what I put all my effort into.
After seeing this past weekend, seeing Indiana struggle with Penn State, I want to ask you about Oregon. The reason I want to ask you about Oregon is because a lot of people are out on them because of early on, obviously, losing to Indiana. But I would say that going into Happy Valley and going into Kinnick and winning in the fashion that they did would make them a really good team. Do you see them being one of the top teams in the Big Ten as far as like the number 2? Obviously, Ohio State's number 1, but do you see them being a number 2 team in the Big Ten?
I don't think they're the number 2 team. I'm still with Indiana as the number 2 team in the Big Ten. I'd still see them as the 3rd best team. And I think this is one of those years in college football. Like, you just look at the big picture. Winning is at a premium, and winning's a skill. And it doesn't matter if you win with style or you just, like, eke out a win. I think the idea that you can still find ways to win in a year where teams have found ways to lose games is important. Now, Oregon does have some issues, and they were banged up in that game. Their wide receiver 1 was out. Their tight end, who's supposed to be a first-round pick, was limited in that game. Like, they were playing without all of the explosive weapons that they would typically have. But their pass game has not been good for a little while now. Like, they were just able to really take it to Iowa running the football aggressively. But outside of that crazy pass that Dante Moore made at the end of the game where he just fits it into an insane window, like, and credit to them, like, they needed to come up with that play so they could kick the field goal. They really didn't do much through the air, and that's becoming a concern to me. Because it was like a month ago, we were like, oh, man, Dante Moore, like, he might win the Heisman. Look at this explosive offense. Like, who's going to be able to stop them? And it feels like it's not what we thought it was. So it's a weird year. Like, I think the idea that you can keep yourself alive is big. Everybody feels like they're flawed except for Ohio State, which maybe does have a flaw. The right guard position, ability to run the ball on command, right? Like, everybody's kind of got their thing. And so I don't discredit them too much, but it does feel like they're not as good as we imagined they would be.
Joshua Perry joining us on the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. You brought up the right guard position for Ohio State, and I know Ryan Day brought it up too after the game. That has felt like, to me, a bit of as a member of the Lunatic Fringe, I feel like I have been maligned for bringing up things like this when Ohio State's otherwise having like a tremendous offensive output, pointing out things like that because when they play tougher teams, my worry is there. I have Michigan game, PTSD, whatever you want to call it. So has that crossover from being Lunatic Fringe message board concern to now like legitimate concern, given that Ryan Day is giving it air at this point in a post-game press conference?
You see, I'm a part of the Fringe as well. So I was probably like 5 games in, and I was like, man, right side of the offensive line might be a problem. Like 77, it's got some issues. And you just whisper it to your friends because, to your point, when you're the most dominant team in the country and everything's looking good, you don't get to be the guy to call things out because then you're just like raining on everybody's parade. But it's an issue. Ryan Day addressed it. I don't know what you do because the idea that you continue to rotate the same player in, he's kind of getting the lion's share of reps there, means that whatever you're seeing throughout the week in practice, like he's clearly the best option. But like Tegra is a very talented player. One of the issues with him is he's a big dude playing on the interior of the offensive line, which makes you have to bend all the time. And I think sometimes he gets tired and he doesn't like to bend. And then when he's not bending with his knees, he's waist bending, and that's bad for leverage. And he doesn't move his feet when he gets tired. And like these things start to show up. And so it's basically a figuring out, like, is that your best option? Are you going to roll with it? And are there ways that you can insulate him since he is on the interior? Like, if that was your tackle, it's a bigger problem, right? Like, since it's a guard, there are ways that you can try to insulate it, but then that hampers your ability to do all the things that you want to do. So I think the idea that he looked the way that he did against Purdue was probably a wake-up call to a majority of Ohio State fans where it's like, we should address this. But it's been like this for the last few weeks, have been able to mask it. The question is, what is the solution? And I'm not sure about that because I don't see them practice, Tuesday through Friday.
Who do you have in the SEC? We were just debating about who we think is the best team in the SEC, whether it's Texas A&M, Alabama, or do you think it's somebody else?
A&M, I'm trying to figure out, like, they've played different styles of games to win. They've had the low struggle, offensive output, but their defense comes through games. They've had the shootout games a couple of times. They did it against Notre Dame. They did it against Arkansas. And then this last weekend was kind of like the more comprehensive. And so you ask yourself the question about A&M, Are they one of those teams that can win in different styles, or are they just a high variance team that's been able to win in spite of having a day where their offense didn't show up or their defense didn't show up? I don't know. And then you have Alabama, who I'm starting to like. I think their defense is playing with a ton of physicality right now, even though they're not a great defense. Their biggest issue is they can't run the football. Like, I know there are some Ohio State fans that were like, Purdue is trash and we couldn't run the ball on them. And it's like, brother, watch an Alabama game. They'll run the ball for 50 yards and don't give a damn. They're like Ty Simpson. We're dropping back and we're just going to throw it around the yard. And if we can't get it done, we just can't get it done. That's a big problem to me. And then Georgia finally played a complete game against Mississippi State over the weekend. It's like second half Georgia was always a team that could win a title, but first half Georgia was a team that might lose. And so I think they're back in the mix there. I give the credit to A&M because they've won all the games, but I am worried that they're a high variance team that just might just one side of the ball doesn't show up. And that points me in the direction of Alabama because I do like Ty Simpson a lot. I like the wide receiver room a lot. I think their defense is playing more physical, but I will never pick a team to win a title that can't run the football for a yard or 2 yards when they need to. Alabama can't run the football for a half a yard right now if they needed to, and that's a big problem.
Yeah, I know. At least the one thing I took away from this weekend with Ohio State running the ball is all the running backs looked like they were actually trying to destroy someone when they hit the line. Yeah. Maybe they didn't always find the hole or whatever, but that's a positive. I'm looking for small growth there. You know what I mean?
Here's the reality. Bo has that long run early in the game, and there's a penalty on it. But if that run stands, we're talking about this very differently. And part of my thing is you just got to give them enough room to where those guys can get up on the second level, because then you don't know what happens after that. They've all got the home run ability.
Yeah, I totally agree. I hope we get to see more of it. To your point, Joshua, we appreciate it. We'll talk again next week. All right.
All right, take care.
There you go, JP. Joshua Perry joining us on the Bryan Heating and Cooling Systems Fan Guest Hotline. Next up, we'll hit the buzzer and talk with Ryan Baker. It's T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good Monday morning. Still noticing some major slowdowns for folks over on the west side. A crash happening on 270, that southbound direction, just beyond Tuttle Crossing Boulevard. A right lane blocked out there and down to single digits, folks. 7 miles per hour for your travel times out there. Also noticing a crash on 23 northbound, just past Worthington at 270. That busy intersection. Expect some lane closures there. And lastly, once again, over on the west side, a crash 70 westbound heading outside of downtown, just passing 142. Shoulders still blocked this morning. I'm 10 TV's Brina Albizu with your fan traffic.
Your game day headquarters is here at ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus, the only place to watch and win. Catch every play on more than 30 TVs and over 50 feet of video wall. Score tickets, signed professional and college sports memorabilia, and pen cash prizes. Join the watch parties for every home team game with a tailgate buffet and bucket specials. Plus, get official game day swag with every table reservation. Game day lives here, only at Hollywood Casino Columbus. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966.
The following radio theater is brought to you by Columbus Men's Clinic.
Hey, Dad, you want to play football?
No, buddy.
All right.
Pops, want to work out?
Maybe later.
Hey, kids are in bed. What you up to?
Tomorrow?
You've got one life, and it's too short for not nows, maybe laters, and tomorrows. If you have symptoms of ED and low T, your family, friends, and even your career has already been affected. Book your discreet evaluation at Columbus Men's Clinic and turn your tomorrows into
today.
Yes! Touchdown!
Come on, one more, Dad.
Today!
Push, Dad. One more. Come on, push.
Hey, kids are in bed. What you up to?
Tonight.
Call 614-300-7400 or book now in under 30 seconds at columbusmensclinic.com. Columbus Men's Clinic, for every man in every season of life.
Picture it, your holiday table, the family cooking together, the scent of golden brown bread, rosemary from roasted potatoes, and a salad so crisp it snaps. This season at Kroger, make the moments that matter possible with quality that's affordable in every aisle. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Save big on eggs. Right now, 18-count cartons of large grade A Kroger brand eggs are on sale for just $1.99 each with your digital coupon. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Hey friends, Beamer here, and I'm a big believer in saying thank you when something actually works. So thank you, Awaken 180. And they're actually saying thank you back right here in Ohio with $500 off every new program through Thanksgiving. I started around this time last year, dropped 65 pounds for the holidays, and 15 more in free maintenance. Awaken 180 works, and now's the time to do it with $500 off. Thank your new self when you're 30 or 80 pounds lighter with the medication-free solution for weight loss. Online at awaken180weightloss.com.
Truck drivers, wherever you want to take your driving career in 2026, Schneider has an opportunity for you. Our huge selection of driving jobs means you can get the home time that suits your schedule. Choose from daily, weekly, monthly, or sometime in between. Plus, Schneider drivers can choose from dedicated, intermodal, dry van, and tanker options. Don't wait to upgrade your career before the new year. Search jobs and apply now at SchneiderJobs.com. That's SchneiderJobs.com.
Millions of fans agree this Christmas tradition rocks. Trans-Siberian Orchestra, live in concert, presenting the Ghosts of Christmas Eve, the best of TSO and more. December 23rd, 2 shows, Nationwide Arena. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com. Trans-Siberian Orchestra. A portion of the proceeds benefits the James and Heather Pick Music Program.
The great thing about Atlas Butler is they do it all. Heating, cooling, plumbing. Look, I'm busy with work. I don't have time to wait around or deal with lots of people. One company, one call, and they do it all. Wonder if they'll clean out my inbox. Seriously, offer that service. Please.
Atlas Butler is at your service. Call 1-800-FURNACE.
Love football, love wings. Put those bad boys together and you get Austin and Vern live at Roosters.
Presented by Bryant Heating and Cooling.
Large amounts of football and all the donkey sauce you can handle. Mondays on the Fans YouTube channel. All your favorite fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. All of the hair on their heads is slowly migrating to the lower part of their faces. And tracking. This is T-Bone and Tyvis.
Yeah, we had a busy weekend around here. Tyvis was in Iowa hitting three-pointers at Caitlin Clark's spot. I went on a hike up in Mohican and just about died from exhaustion. That was fun.
Baker was here yesterday.
Baker was here doing his thing.
That doesn't sound like fun.
Hiking?
Almost dying of heat exhaustion or exhaustion or whatever.
It wasn't heat exhaustion because it wasn't hot, so it wasn't.
Well, I mean, he might have been overheating.
No. I was just fat. That's what that was. I was just fat.
Be overheating inside.
He's on a road to losing weight.
I don't know about that. We're trying. We're working on it. We're doing the best we can.
I think he fell off recently. He fell off the.
I'll tell you this. He took that week off.
Let me tell you.
He ain't been right.
I'll tell you this. After that hike though, because it was a lot harder than I thought it was.
Did you have a cheeseburger?
No, I got out. No. Worse. I got out of there and was like, "Where's that Little Caesars app?" And I found a Little Caesars. Hit the crazy bread.
That's hilarious.
I was going to say I saw a Baja Blast pie out there last week.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
Did you eat the rest of that?
No, other people ate it here and they liked it. They said it wasn't bad.
Did you have a piece of that?
I did not. I heard a lot of mixed reviews.
TLC liked it.
Did you not hear Cole and Adam King's?
No, what day?
Yeah, King. There was a whole thing on Friday where King was in with Rothman, right? And King was basically saying, "What did it taste like?" And Cole was like, "It tasted like Baja Blast." He's like, "Yeah, but what did it taste like?" He's like, "Baja Blast, you idiot!" It's just like, great video right there.
Listen, bringing up Adam King and what he says is pretty much pointless. Like, what are we doing here?
I have the sound right here.
What are we doing?
Give it to me. Let's hear it.
The pie.
I just want to know what the pie was.
That's just how people talk about food.
Okay,
it was fine.
It was fine. But can you? Hey,
it wasn't to die for, but it was fine. I'm not a picky eater. Baja Blast pie.
What did it taste like?
Baja Blast, idiot.
By the way, it's so good. Baker, though, you had an eventful weekend, too, because you were calling some high school football games, including a playoff game that featured a famous son.
Yeah, it was what a game it was, too. DeSales beats Ashland 33-29 on Friday night. RJ Day, Coach Day's son, throws for 482 yards in the win. Game-winning touchdown, Tyvis, with 5 seconds to play in the game, threw it up, and his tight end jumped over the guy and got it. It was pretty exciting. What was really interesting about this, and I found out after the fact throughout the weekend, so Massillon blew out the team they played. I think they played North Canton Hoover. They won like 62-7.
Yeah,
so they had running clock, and the game was over early, and they had to play the winner. So if DeSales won, Massillon's coming here. So Massillon is going to be here Friday night over at DeSales. If Ashland would have won, then Massillon would have hosted Ashland in that game because they would have been the higher seed. So at Paul Brown Tiger Stadium, after their game is over, they put up our game on their big screen and their speakers in the whole stadium, and they're watching the end of the game to see who they're playing this Friday and if they're going to be on the road or not. It was there's video of it out there. It's pretty funny.
That's wild that they could do that. That's where high school football, especially at Massillon, they got some money over there. They have jumbotrons.
They've got some tradition.
They have a tiger.
Oh, yeah, that's right. They have a live, mascot.
Scary.
That's right.
It's
nice.
like, why is that here right now?
Nice.
They have a whole indoor facility.
I know it. Man. Must be nice.
Hope all the books are on the shelves of the library. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, like, whenever I see that, what's that school in Georgia? That
we ain't here to play school.
I know.
What are we doing?
I think in high school we still are. I think. I feel like
I don't know. It's a lot of good players that ain't got no grades. I tell you that. I played with a bunch of them.
I'm just saying. What's that? Buford? Is it Buford High School in Georgia, where they've got like a $60 million stadium
college campus?
It's insane, right? But you look at the rest of their school and it's like, okay, I think everybody's doing well here. Like, I'm sure the science program's also got a lot of funding because it looks like it's one of those schools. But yeah, let's just make sure if we got indoor facilities for the high school football team.
Oh, well, you tell the people what you witnessed between me and Reimer and Papa Shot.
Oh, yeah, because he's been talking about this all day.
Tell it what happened.
Oh, supposedly you won. Listen, though, Reimer's got to shake the rust off.
Yeah.
Right? Like, Reimer, you've been sitting here for 6 weeks shooting Papa Shot all the time. Poor Reimer's been lifting babies.
It's crazy. That's right. Tyvis is out there taking his shirt off.
Would you tell the people, what was the series? Like, what was
I don't know what the series was. All I know is if I were you, I would never, ever shoot a basketball again after this weekend. Because what you did, one take, just boom, hit from the Caitlin Clark spot. And then you beat Reimer finally for once in your life.
This is the second consecutive series that I've swept him 4-0.
Just stop. No more basketball. You're getting to that age anyway. You're going to blow an Achilles soon. Just stop.
That's exactly right. Got to be careful at your old age, Tyvis. What do you guys have coming up today on Bishop and Friends?
Oh, a lot of reaction to the college football weekend. The Buckeyes beating Purdue, of course. We'll talk to Austin Word at 10:30. And the Jackets, it's been rough for them here on the West Coast. They've got a game tonight against Edmonton. We'll do a little Shelley time at 11:30 to get a preview of that.
There we go. 3 hours of Bishop and Friends coming up next.
Shove it down your throat.
It's time for the buzzer.
Sponsored by Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems. Find your local Bryant Heating and Cooling dealer at Bryant.com.
All right, so follow me on this one. Baker, I know you're big on the rock and roll side of things. Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction ceremony was this past weekend, Saturday night. Jim Carrey was on hand to induct Soundgarden, and they paid a lot of tribute to Soundgarden. Obviously, Chris Cornell, their lead vocalist, passed away. But one of the people that was involved in this tribute was a woman by the name of Taylor Momsen. Taylor Momsen sings for a band called The Pretty Reckless. They're actually going on tour with AC/DC on their worldwide tour, which will come through Ohio Stadium this summer. Taylor Momsen, as a child, was the girl who played Cindy Lou Who in The Grinch with Jim Carrey. So this was apparently the first time Jim Carrey's there to introduce the band and to induct them. She's there to sing for the band. They both had a red carpet moment where they said, yeah, it's the first time we've really hung out in 25 years since they shot that movie. which also makes me feel really old that movie is 25 years ago. But the little girl from that movie is now like a bona fide rock star in her own right. So
good for her.
Pretty good stuff there.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Taylor Momsen got to meet her once working at the other station. I think she was like 19 years old.
Yeah, she's been
when
doing,
they started the Pretty Reckless. She's not very old
that
now.
Band has been around for a while, yeah.
Yeah, pretty cool there. And maybe, I don't think this is a hot take, Bone. Maybe it is. Best Chris Cornell, Audio Slave, not Soundgarden.
Oh, I like that.
I don't even know what that means.
That's all right.
Also happening.
We'll get back to young NBA boy or whatever his name is next week. We'll
at the same induction ceremony, the White Stripes got inducted, and 21 Pilots did a version of Seven Nation Army.
Oh, see, I got to go check it out.
It was really good.
That's
yeah,
very
you
cool.
should check it out.
There you go. Good stuff. All right, Bishop and Friends coming up next. We will see you tomorrow. Have a great Monday. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Well, the road's really busy out there for your Monday morning commute. Over a dozen crashes to talk about. Here are the newest ones, though. Starting over on the west side, the left shoulder is currently blocked on 70, that westbound direction, just passing 270 because of a crash out there. We also have one in our southeast corner by Groveport. The right shoulder is blocked on 33, that eastbound direction, just passing 270 in that northbound direction because of another incident. And lastly, just south of Grove City, noticing this new crash. The left shoulder currently blocked on 71 southbound, just passing State Route 665, London Groveport Road.